We had everything unpacked, and it took off. And Mom got the fire station ready, and I couldn't reach her. And the thought of losing my mom on top of losing my dad was just horrifying. And we just kept telling each other that as long as all of us were safe and all of us were together, we'd be okay.
My grandfather was a firefighter, and I do it first and foremost because I believe that everyone should give to their community to the best of their ability.
What it means to be a volunteer firefighter, it's the greatest form of support for the community that you could possibly offer. This community would have no fire service. If we don't do it, who will?
Mizzy's always the first person here on a fire. She's the last person to leave.
She doesn't weigh 90 pounds soaking wet, but she's got as much spunk as any of us.
I can get back where some of these bigger guys can't get. Down the woods, down the deer trails, right up on the fire. And if I get up on the fire, it's toast. September 4th, the call went out on our pagers, and I ran out, and half the sky is a cloud.
Smoke fills the sky over Bastrop County, where a 25,000-acre fire now burns out of control.
And I just told my daughter, I said, get the boys, and y'all go ahead and go sit down at the store where my husband works. By the time I got to the station, we knew that we were in it for the long haul. It was gonna be bad.
You can see just how big this fire has gotten on the horizon. 700 homes have been destroyed, making it the most homes lost in a single fire in state history.
Our top story on the night beat, the devastating Bastrop fire turns deadly, and tonight it is still going, still uncontained.
It was just orange. It was just blazing orange. And you could start hearing the explosions. Propane tanks were venting, cars were exploding, and it was getting closer in the fire. So loud, and it's so intense that the ground shakes. We immediately pulled back to save the station. We went for 20 hours. We were so exhausted. I remember 4 in the morning, we were gonna be reassigned, and I knew right then that my house was gonna go. We had to drive right by it, and I told my firefighter, please stop. Let me let my donkey out. And he said, girl, hurry. All I had time to do was flip the latch on the donkey barn and chicken pen. I ran to the house, and I grabbed my grandfather's fire shield. And I looked at that house for the last time, and I knew it was gone. I was on the front lines of that fire for 26 days. My house burned in day 3.
There she was fighting the fire during the fire, saving other people's houses, and not being able to save her own because she was concentrating on doing what firefighters do, and that's help other people.
To lose everything is difficult to convey.
We have about 7 acres here, and it was beautiful forest. It's gonna take a lot of work to get back out here again.
It's an old cast iron toy. Came from my grandma's death.
I want to be a firefighter because my mom's a firefighter. Fire's on the way.
I recently signed up too because of this, so I too can step up to the line, and I can take care of this community, take care of my family, and protect people. We are temporarily living with some other members of the fire department. They've been kind enough to open up one of their spare homes to us.
This year, Christmas is definitely a little more important. To be able to celebrate our togetherness after everything we've lost is gonna mark the beginning of a new life for us.
11 of our firefighter families lost homes. Mizzy was the only one that did not have insurance.
It's difficult to lose your way of life. It's difficult to lose your living, the way you provided for your children. I sit at night after I get the kids to sleep, and I think, you know, how am I gonna do this? I sure need y'all's help.
All right, you guys ready? All right, here we go. Good morning, Zdroj family! Come on! Hi there! All right, how are you guys? Hi! Congratulations.
Oh, come here.
Congratulations.
Thank you everybody so much. Thank you all so much. This is gonna change our family's lives for generations. It truly is. It's gonna show these kids that no matter what you go through, you just have faith, you work hard, and you try to do the right thing, and it'll come back to you.
We thought we'd build you a home for the holidays. How's that sound? is
So awesome.
Here's what I suggest we do. If you guys will show us where you've been living, design teams, you take a look around with these guys, and then I'd love to go take a look at where you used to have the house. I know it's right next to the fire station, right? So we'll meet you guys back at the fire station. Show us the house! What's up with it? Are these rescues?
That's right. We've nursed him back to health. They're starting to gain some weight, and these are going to be wonderful new additions to our family.
Oh, nice. So, okay, well, let's check it out. So you got your gear ready to go just in case there's a call, right?
The gear hangs right here. The tone goes out, and so do I.
Okay, so this isn't your place, but this is what you're showing. This is your friend's place, right?
Right. We have been here 2.5 months.
So who's into the memorabilia here?
Actually, all 3 of the boys, but that specifically is Chris's. Chris is a Star Wars fanatic.
Really? So he's got the Force, huh?
The Force is strong with that one.
Is it?
You got me.
Yeah. So is this some of the things that you do?
These are, well, they're make-do dolls. Because
Make-do dolls. I like that, which means you sort of...
Make do with what you got.
I love it with the 4 feet. I mean, that is so cute.
Do you have a place where you actually, you know, set up and make these anymore, or not so much?
When the fire happened, it took my little studio, it took every button, every scrap of fabric, every zipper, and it took away the desire to create something happy.
Yeah.
I don't have anywhere to do it. I'm worried all the time. And hopefully this is gonna change all that.
Is that a mini pony? What is this thing?
Donkey.
That's a donkey. This is Sally who made it through the fire.
Yep.
So I gotta ask, so the fire's coming, you open the gate, and Sally runs out, and then where does she go?
She just knew to get away from the fire.
The chickens followed her.
And the chickens followed her?
Yep, chickens know she's a guardian.
Even when you're at home, are you always on call with the department?
Volunteer firefighters, we are always on call 24/7, every day of the year. And the radio goes off, the tone goes out, and you grab your gear and you go. I was 26 days on the line without, you know, right in a row. And then I'd take a day off, and then I'd go back on. And...
Yeah.
But that's what we did.
Right.
We knew it was a dangerous situation. There was a lot of variables that came together, you know, that affected the fire and made it the monster that it truly was.
Yeah.
I knew my house was gonna go. There was nothing I could do for it. There were other houses that we could save. And I drive by those houses even now. But I can see those toys in the backyard. And I can know those kids still have their house. And it makes losing mine a little bit easier.
The Bastrop County Complex fire was the worst in Texas history. You've got these guys doing everything they can to try and save homes, save lives, and in the process, this fire is destroying their own homes. But the fire didn't take away everything because the spirit of the people in this town is alive and well. Let's go check out where you used to live. So you're not kidding. You guys literally are right next to the fire station.
That's right.
Once we got to what used to be their old house, you really saw how bad the fire was. It took literally everything. Her own home burned to the ground while she was trying to save other people's homes. How much land is this? How far does your property go?
This is 7 acres. This gully was a big obstacle.
But if you guys could have, you would have moved it back further?
Oh, we would have moved it way further off the road.
So tell me about the shed here.
This was gonna be home.
Mizzy and her family didn't give up. They didn't move away. They rebuilt sort of an 8 by 20 square shed. They wanted to figure out a way to go back and live off the land. It's obvious that we're here at the right time.
And I decided, since this side faces the road, this is a good reminder. It'll come again.
The trees?
The trees, yep.
Whitney, just these trees just burned like this. I mean, it must have been beautiful before.
Whitney has been through a lot. Whitney had moved back up to Oklahoma to be with her father, who had cancer, and he lost his battle. She decided to move back with her mother, and the fires hit the next day. She had to move out. So she's now living in Austin.
We had everything unpacked, and it took off. And Mom got the fire station ready, and I couldn't reach her. And the thought of losing my mom on top of losing my dad was just horrifying. And we just kept telling each other that as long as all of us were safe and all of us were together, we'd be okay.
That kept you strong.
I think that it's important that we keep in mind that Whitney loves coming home. It would be really nice to have her own space there when she comes to visit.